Hey guys, so I've just arrived at this Uchiko city, and then I'll be staying at this guest house behind me, and then yeah, this one is running a cafe as well. Also, the impression that I've just got from this city is that it looks really nice old town, and then seeing like many Japanese style houses. And then I've just heard that from the lady working here, Miki-san, and she told me that tomorrow actually they'll be having like a festival in the city. So like on this street there'll be a lot of like a light, and making the city look very beautiful. So I'm looking for that. And then today I'll be kind of want to focus on making a video or something like that. So just resting inside the guest house, then try to finish it until tomorrow's festival afternoon. So, but sometime tomorrow I will also explore the city as well. Okay. But I haven't actually recorded the inside look of this guest house I'm staying at, so which is called Uchiko-town. And here is it's run by Mr. Yamauchi, who moved here and then started this guest house 7 years ago, and now it's also using a very old house. And it looks like this. So it's a really sunny day, and it's getting very warm. Let's get inside. So they also have all of these local products. For example, this is the one that I saw yesterday, like letters using Japanese washi produced in this town, and then also many good. I think it's a jam. Yeah, it looks really good. Made by Good Morning Farm. Looks really good. And then they also have all these craft beer and then orange juice, and it has also many other products as well. And then so yeah, they still has this, how to say, what was it, Suzuki, I forgot how to put it, grass or something. And then also they also serve drinks, of course. They have Wi-Fi and nice interiors, and also let's got some of this. They also have very clean bathrooms, nice shower rooms as well. Here you go. I like this. Looks good. Going up. So this is why I was very impressed by this. Like it's not like a design. Like it used to be like a beniaita, like the wall was just a plain beniaita, but the Mr. Yamauchi got this very, how to say, flat, thin wooden board. Then so he decided to have this design. So he said it took him a lot of efforts to make this, like setting up like vertically first. Then after that, they just first they put like these horizontal lines. Then after that, put this vertical wooden board into it. So yeah, which gives a really good, nice texture and feeling. I think I really like this. And then also here is the room I was staying at, and so each bed is separated by the like the curtain, very thick curtain. And then here is the room. Yeah, I think they have a constant. And when you usually basically in the morning you get a lot of sunlight if you open the curtain, so which makes you feel a really good feeling of waking up. So that's it. Yeah, I really enjoyed staying here, and then it's like this place is becoming like a community for like the local people and we are local people, and then travelers can interact in the the first floor where there's like a round little table so that people can sit together and talk, which I also enjoyed. So yeah, if you're traveling, this is maybe the place you wanna stay. Okay, all right.
があるんですけど、
はい。
そこで養殖してる川からポンプで水
はいはい。Wow, so I've just had an explanation about this dinner today that I'm having this guest house. So yeah, things there are things that I've had in Ozu city. So this one is imotaki and the soup of this like area Nanyochiho. And also this one is something that I've got in the hot spring ryokan, which is a maruzushi using okara and the fish. And then also it's otsukemono. And this one fish is called amago, which is farmed in the mountain around these areas. And also he said that this Nanyo area is famous for the pork, so that's the one. And steaming with the vegetables, and then you use this yuzu kosho, which is also using like the yuzu from this area. So いただきます。うまっ。玉ねぎかな。玉ねぎめっちゃ美味しい。やば。キャベツすごいなこれ。It's a lot of cabbage. Wow. 野菜がすごい新鮮な感じする。めっちゃ好きなんだよ。
グラウンドはめちゃめちゃだろうなって。
I really love the yuzu kosho, like a yuzu pepper. It goes really good with vegetables. I love it.
あ、お水持ってます。
おいしい。オクラか。ああ、うまい。
次と44と45の手前で。
アメリカです。
土曜日はあるんですよ、これ、このバス。ただ、日曜日と
土曜日、
日曜日
これ、そして次の日曜日に、このバスを、そして
日曜日走ってるんじゃないかって、Google だと出てくる。バス。
日曜日祝日および年末年始は
This maruzushi, it's so huge. わあ、すごい。
OK そして、私は、その人、ディナー、
ああ、ごちそうして。
It was really good. So full, and then I can sleep really good today, I think. So,
それがいても
そうでした
安心していける。
Hey guys, so it's the second day, and then afternoon it's about 3 o'clock, and then I am going to explore a little bit in the city, and especially the area that's behind me. So like 6 meters from my place to the up, going up is said to be the area that has been preserved for its old style buildings, and then for its cultural importance. So yeah, let's explore. And then so this Uchiko city, Uchiko-town, is famous for its tradition of having produced mokuro, which is in English it's wooden wax. And then so that was actually, so this area is a part of Oz clan, where I was visiting, as I was visiting Ozu city, that was also Oz clan's area, and then this here as well. And then so that the wood wax was one of the very important, how to say, industry that helped Oz clan flourish as financially. And then that wooden wax was but later replaced by the other material after Meiji period. So now there are only 3 places in Japan that is producing that wooden wax. And then so I'll get deeper about that, since there's a museum about wooden wax, and then I saw the website of that museum, and then the current wooden wax was produced by the family. By now they are like a 6th generation. So I am going to see it later. And also, so what was interesting about this place? So these 600 meters hill. So this is the preserved area, and then actually there's like a junior high school, in the hill. So yesterday I was seeing like students coming down from the above, and then I was wondering, oh, is there a school up above? So which was very interesting. And then so here I am visiting one of the interesting place, which is Uchiko-town 8階地五国伝統的建築保存地区. So it talks about the how this area is preserved. And then what was it? This one is called 長家資料室. So it's like having like the old material about this town, I think. So one thing I have mentioned yesterday or today in some videos. So today this town has a festival which is called Kangetsu Matsuri. Kangetsu means moon watching, and then we call that moon festival, which usually have during the autumn, is called Jugoya, and then that means 15th night. And then that is because this moon watching custom has been done based on the old type of calendar, Kyureki. And then so that Kyureki, that calendar is based on the like the change of the shape of the moon. And usually from the Shingetsu, the first night of the moon, it gets, how to say, round at the 15th night. So that's why we call it like that. And then it's actually came from China, as they have a Mid-Autumn Festival during probably like the same period of time. And then so we in Japan, people had a custom of watching moons, as they are kind of like a sacred thing. And the moon was thought to be something sacred. And then but during the Heian period, this moon watching festival came into Japan, and it has become something special to do during this period of time. then at the time, only like the people in the bureaucratic society has done this, like, seeing the moon, watching the moons on the ship, and while playing music and reading the songs and the poems, something like that. But after that, during the Edo period, it spread to like the ordinary people, and then now, so I've done this thing also when I was a kid, and we usually use a Suzuki, which is a type of the vegetation, which does look like ine, and ine is like rice, and then during this time the ine is like the rice hasn't been. It's like before we get the rice, so we can't really use like a ine for the ornament. So we use the Suzuki, since it looks like a rice. We use it as an ornament and then put that in the amidana, and then also dango, since it looks like a moon, has its round shape, has a round shape. So we put them, together, and then, while watching the full moon. And then also there's something else about the moon. So we also believe that, there's like a rabbit living in the moon. And then, so when we have like a moon watching festival, we often say that, oh, let's try to look the moon, whether we can find the rabbit there. And then actually I've got to know that this rabbit on the moon is it came from Indian myth, since I kind of did a little research about that when I traveled to India, and then there was a temple whose door had a decoration of a rabbit and the moon, so which made me realize, oh, this was actually something that came from India, which was really surprising. And so anyway, that's like how we do for like a moon watching festival. And then this time, so this place, Uchiko-town, has this Kangetsu Matsuri, moon watching festival. And then now it was actually raining, but now the weather is getting better, and then that's so good that we might be able to see the moon in the sky. I don't know. There are a lot of clouds, so it may not be able to find the moon, but I guess so. Every stores and like the buildings are going to put this this box whose inside include like a candle, so which is going to look really beautiful. And then what is surprising to me is that so this box has like a tanka and then Japanese type of song written on that, which I think is really interesting. This one is saying like 月町の歩みを止める苦行と That's interesting. I don't know who made it, but I think it's some kind of song that's related to moon. Okay, I talked too much. So let's go into this thing. It's called Choya Shiryokan. So yeah, let's go inside. So this one's actually located at the very beginning of this city town, and here you see that odango for the full moon tradition. And so let's go inside. So this one said that this building was built 1793, and then so the structure of this building looks like something that was used to for like a living, but it does look like a building used for merchants. And then yeah, it has many types of products. I like that this lantern thing, and then wow. So here, 靴のでお召しお上がりください. So you can go up there, then sit and maybe take a picture. I don't know. Probably that's there for that purpose. Oh, looks nice. Okay. So here it talks about how this town prospered from the production of Japan wax from the late Edo to Meiji era. And is there anything that's interesting to mention? So all these towns or buildings, the wall looks kind of like a pale yellow, which was made with the pale yellow water and the daub mud walls plastered with the local mud, and then so that walls interwoven with white plaster create a unique impression. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So and then they also look different, in the morning sun and at the sunset. That's what it says. So, wow, interesting. So let's go up. It's a church. Wow. Well, it's great that usually this festival starts at 6 o'clock, and then now it's just passing the 4 o'clock. So it's a great timing, when the weather gets nicer. So all of those, I don't know how to say, like andon kana, and the inside they are putting the, like a wooden candle, which is like a symbol of the town's industry. And wow, all of these old looking buildings. I think I read the article which was listed in the website of the touristic information center of the town, and then so during the Showa period, since it needs a lot of efforts to preserve all of these all type of buildings, because it can be how to say, many parts can be broken, or since it's wooden style, so it can be rotten, I guess, which needs efforts to fix and repair or renovate. So that way it has to be has to need a cooperation from the people who are actually living. And then so during the Showa period, I forgot when, but during that time, people started to realize that, oh, this is something that they want to preserve, as it has a cultural and historic importance. So then a grassroots movement started, and then people started to trying to preserve these buildings. Then what's that? So they cooperate with the city. It's lining up. Wow, I saw a long line of people in this suddenly appears. So I asked the lady what it was about, and then there's a popular donut store. Maybe I should try later. I don't know if I have time. So yeah, it's very interesting. Rogaki. So this one is called rogaki. So since the white wax was very expensive and variable, there was people who steal it. So that's why they used it for this. It's not ornament. Yeah, it could be seen as ornament, like a rogaki, created by the wooden wax, wooden fences. Oh, すげえ、めっちゃ。Wow, it looks very much like a castle, something that you see in the castle. But it does look very different, these. So these are probably the wooden wax, to my understanding, I think. It's still raining a bit, but it's very humid actually, because it's raining. But when I wonder if we could see the, how to say, a rainbow in this kind of situation where rain stops but we start to see the sunlight. Wow, this place looks also very nice. Let's look at that. Honhagake Jutak. Mr. Honhaga's house. So this whole Haga Ichizoku, the Haga family is the one who flourished through this producing candles, and then it says that's the people who created the foundation of this producing candles as an industry. So they started producing in 1936. Then in the Meiji period, they also shipped it to abroad. But after that, so the family were divided into several ones. Okay, let's look. Wow, so only stepped into the water pond. It's the gate. Then it's only the part of the garden is open to the public. So that's probably, this is where I can see. And then it's the house. Wow, it's a nice, wow, great matsu, I think. Wow, okay. Wow, interesting. Okay. Let's I think I've come to the halfway through that 600 meters. Oh, it says, what is it? 標準点. That is talking about how altitude. あれ? Sorry, it is. It's showing the altitude. Let's say, wow, here is also a oyado, like a hotel, tsuki no ie. Oh, looks very genuine. Oh, hear music from somewhere near here. Oh, so probably this is the museum of white wax. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Wahagate. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. So Kamihagake Jutaku. So this is like the museum of the white wax. Okay, let's explore. So I've just paid admission fee, which is 500 yen, 500 yen, and you can go enter this residence. So this Honhaga family is the main merchant of white wax during the Edo period until the Meiji 1920s. Is where this industry started declining, and here you can see the inside of the facility, and also this place still preserves the the facility which was used to produce the white wax. and then which is the only one facility that you can see that the facility of producing the white wax in Japan still being preserved. So here it's like the second floor. Wow, it's huge house inside, and you see that, yeah, the ceiling, wooden ceiling, and so here are like the part of the ceiling, and then wow, I don't know where to start looking at. It's a very detailed description about this building as an architecture, and I think it was about when it was, like it's reinvented. Probably this building was once repaired, because of its, Canon Rekka. Yeah. 保存修理、保存修理事業。Wow. So this one is like a 吊り下がり, and then you see all of these because this building actually it was the construction was stopped during that process. That's what it says. Yeah. It's a very spacious place, and it's the going to the third floor. Wow. Wow, すげえ. These pillars, which looks very すごいね. Wow. See that, how to say, very, very thick. 3階の見どころ. Wow, so here you see like these two main, how to say, pillars. I don't know. Yeah, and then those are connected with these are like vertical, and then the how to say horizontal with the combined with the horizontal wooden pillars. Also, like this is like a bridge between those two pillars, and then that's how they are built and then supports the this entire ceiling. Wow, you got to be careful on your head, if you are here. Okay. So I think this is like a merchant's facility that was used for residents, and then probably I saw like a garden, so I should check that part. Now I'm how to say came into this kind of like depth of the backside of the facility, and he has like a bathroom during the other period, and he has also, what is it? It says Hanare Zashiki. It's like it's a bedroom for guests. Okay, looks good. And he has very interesting. This is like a sanbeya, so maternity room, sanbeya. So this is where ladies give a birth to babies. And then he has it's a toilet, all type of toilet. He has also another one, and this is a dressing room for ladies, and then at the center he has also a garden like this, and here is a nice room. I think it's it's a guest room. Yeah, so that's like a merchant's residence, which is very spacious. And then the guidebook pamphlet said that this family at the time had about 20 servants who served for their family, So, which is ready. Wow, interesting. 店のoh, here, you know, they have like a business talk. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So here's like a kitchen where they, you know, cooked food. Sujiba. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. That's like where they get. I think it's a well. Yeah. Wow. 5時か。間に合わねえんじゃね? Okay, I only have 15 minutes left to explore this place, which is closing at 5 o'clock. I don't know. Yeah, let's just try to look as much as possible. It's a huge place. Wow. How about I check this museum in 10 minutes. Then lastly I will stop by the facilities for producing the white wax. Wow. Okay, here. Wow. Well, probably I can't make it. Kilo. So the wax. So this is like, you know, the first place. How to say? First status of the wax. Kilo. So you squash the, you know, like a haze no mi. Then you get the oil out of that. Then makes it like hard, which has become kilo. So after that kilo, you get rid of impurities from the wax. Then you get purified one, which is this one, which is called white wax, hakuro. Then this one is used for like cosmetics and medicine. I'm glad that I, you know, actually look at it. Also, this is like the first place. So haze no ki, haze is like, its origin is in Southeast Asia. Then in the Edo period, it was brought to Japan by the Ryukyu Island, and then they gradually propagated across Japan. Oh, here you see like how it's created. Yeah, it's harvest, and then making the powder, and then steaming. Also going to extracting the wax. Okay. Then making wax flowers. 漂白する bleaching. Then exporting. Wow. Interesting. That's good. All of these are, you know, like a supplemental information, I think. So I think it's good to, you know, wow, here this is like a scene showing how the government bureaucrat may have been welcomed by, you know, member of this Honohaga family. So, 接待ですね、接待. It's important. Interesting. Oh, here's also interesting thing. So this white box at international expositions, which was done in where? Paris in 1900, and also St. Louis 1904, and Chicago in 1893. So, wow, すごいね. Oh, this is very interesting. You should really visit if you're in Uchiko. Yeah, you can get a deep understanding about this, you know, town. Good.
もともとはこういうような
これはキロってやつね。
はい、絞ったまんまのロウなんですけど、これが、天日でさらすとこの色になるんですよ。なるほど。So I got a better understanding after, you know, hearing
what those really are. And then I've seen them in the museum, but actually listening to what it's really used was really helpful. So this this family were cooperating with the people who like farmers of these hazenoki. Then so those people who cut the timbers of these hazenoki, then they press it into this kilo, then press it and then get the liquid, then make it harder as this kilo. Then they bring this to this place, Hagake, the family. Then, but when they purify and then how do you say tempe ni sarasu, so let them spread under the sun. They need a lot of land. So not only this facility, but also here there's like a junior high school right next to this place, and then all the ground were like all of them were used to as a land to dry this thing to make it this mokuro, which is like a purified version of this roll. So that's my understanding. Oh, here's a very very easy description, illustration of how it's been created. Yeah, interesting. 溶かす、アクを入れる、水を入れる、かき混ぜる。Oh, here. Yeah, so 9 to 10, 11, 12, that's, how it's been made. Alright. Okay, I passed by I'm done with that museum and then just, going up to the end of this, town space. And I've just seen a cat crossing in front of me, and then so let's try to play with them. Hello. Oh. Hi. Oh. Ide. Wow. こんにちは。こんにちは。Oh. It's really nice to people. Yeah. He has a kubiba, neck brace. So yeah, it's so nice that he just came to me and then played with me like 10-20 seconds and then leave. Wow, cool. Bye. Doesn't respond anymore. Okay. Thank you for greeting. All right. Oh, it's completely rain is gone. That's good. And then it start to we start to get the sun. Skim Chabo. Oh, here is also a cafe. And Kangetsuryo. Nice. So maybe this is the end probably of the town space. So let's go back. Dragon. 本日休業. This one maybe some kind of shop. They said it's closed for today. There's also like several streets, several shops. Wow. Kinmokse. Wow. So I've noticed that. So this probably there's like a rule of making this song. So this all these songs has a letter of a moon, which we say tsuki. So this has to be somewhat related to moon, as this is a festival of moon watching. Fukuro. It's a confectionery shop. Oh, ここも売ってる。へえ。So that's like a pine. It's a pine tree. Yeah, I've seen this thing in Udatsu. It was my first time to see these things sold as a product. And here you get like 4 of them by 100 yen. Wow. Ice creams. すげえ、ビール売ってる。じゃあ、踊り始まり。あ、ちょっとお手洗い寄りたい。ここが最後か。すげえ、なんだこれ。お、入館無料。へえ。Wow, so it's like I don't know how we call it, model or diorama. We say diorama in Japanese. I think it's a model of this town. And what's that? So it's showcasing the tools of the carpenters. Wow. Nomi. Kana. Yeah. Kanazuchikiri. Wow. I know them. Good. Oh, here is something interesting. So it's like a German restaurant by German people. Well, I'm kind of curious. Let's get to it. It's good. What? こんにちは。すごい。はい。あ、こっち。あ、はいはい。すげえ。おお。ノイシュバンだっけ。わあ。本当だ。So I've decided to have something here, as I really like Germany. Then I decided to have this lemon beer, which is called Ladra, and then it says it's recommended to ladies who are not good at beer. But I'm not really. I don't have a high tolerance to alcohol, so I've just ordered this one. Looks pretty good actually. Then I've also ordered fried chicken in the German style, which is using a lot of spices. So and then this restaurant is run by a couple who moved to here, and then the husband is from Germany. I think he's in a kitchen cooking, like stuff. Then his name is Yen-san. This article talks about how he decided to live in here. So he used to work in the Shiga prefecture, but came here and then decided to live in. Then he, started opening this restaurant, and then he feels really comfortable living in here. People are very friendly, and then some people give them food, and then greeting. Kids are always greeting to him, and then something like that. So and then he's now running this restaurant with his wife, who is from Ozu City, and probably I'll have some thing to talk with them. So anyway, yeah, that's what I've got to know so far. Oh, it's very fruity. It has a lemon flavor. So it doesn't feel like it's beer, a type of beer actually. Like it. Having a fried chicken. So inside this German restaurant, I found this map of Germany, and I was just kind of searching for the village I was staying at when I was backpacking in Europe, where my very close, family lives. That is, It's under the Ulm area. So it's gonna be like, here's Ulm, and then here's also Memmingen. Then my close family is from this area, from the Bad Gronenbacher. And I really like this map with every place having, symbolizing something that's symbolizing that place. So it's really fun to look at. Okay, so it's now past 6 o'clock, so I'll be going back this street. It should be now having like a moon watching festival. So let's go. So here they are like having like a lot of pictures with famous people visiting here. For example, Moriyama Mirai, who is like a famous actor from Japan, and then also Kokubun-san is also a very famous idol in Japan. And then something I've noticed is that they have many ornaments of cats, as they said they are the couple, they are cat lovers, so they have 5 cats at home. And it's interestingly enough, so they have this cat kanbaneko, so it's like she might have been having her in here, this restaurant. Now she's retired, so it's a very nice. It's a very nice German restaurant, I think. So I didn't have the main dishes because I wasn't that hungry, but yeah, I think it's a very good place to visit if you're interested. Hello. All right. Okay. So that's what zum Schwarzen Keiler. Oh, so that's good. 寒月や未だ気温に悩まされ. Nice. All right. So now it's totally in fine weather. So it's still not dark yet. So they have all of these, starting to having this, all of these. I don't know how to call it. I should get the name of it. Oh, so they are. Oh, I see. Starting to have a light on the candle. Oh,